Hey guys, and welcome back to Shannon's Makeup Drawer, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you what I do for my daily makeup routine, all the products that I use, and what I find that works the best for me. If you want to know what I use on a daily basis or just the products that I like, then just keep on watching. So the first part of my makeup routine, I take a little clip and I clip back the majority of my hair. Put the other side of my hair behind my ear. Now before I put on any makeup, I go in with primer because my skin is combination skin and I've found this works the best. I use Too Faced HangoveRx primer. I use this primer for all the dry parts of my face, which is basically from under my eyes, and I just put a little bit on my finger and then I dab it around my face. And I start rubbing it all over my face. Because my forehead is the first thing that gets oily when I have makeup on, I use Maybelline's Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And I put this all over my forehead. Put a little bit on my eyelids as well. Now to apply my foundation, I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. Ignore that this is dirty, it's normally cleaner. Then I go in Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Long Wear Foundation in the shade 1.0. And I just pour about 4 or 5 pumps. And I just spread it around my face. Because this foundation is very sheer, I normally go in with another 2 pumps and just spread that across my face as well. And I just slightly blend it down my neck a little bit as well. Next I go in with Rimmel's foundation. I use Rimmel's Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Long Wear Foundation, and it says it's medium coverage. Also, this foundation has SPF 20 in it. I use it in the shade 100 Ivory, and I just put a little bit around my face. And then I dab this in as well with my beauty blender. Next I'm going to go in with L'Oreal's True Match Concealer in the shade Fair/Light. This concealer comes in warm, neutral, and cool tones, but I personally like the lightest neutral tone, which is N123. And I just take a little bit of this and put it under my eyes and any red spots. And then blending it in with the tip of my beauty blender, I will blend this lightly in so I can still keep the full coverage. If you blend out concealer too much, then it almost disappears, and then you have to just pack on more, which makes your makeup a lot more cakier. To set my liquid foundation, I'm going to go in with a powder foundation. I use Revlon's Colorstay Mineral Foundation in the shade Fair/Light. I normally just pour some of this into an old foundation compact. Then I take a big fluffy brush and I dip it in the compact, and then I sweep it across my face. You guys will probably notice that it gets everywhere. It does literally get everywhere, and that's the only thing I don't like about this, but it's the fastest method. After finishing that, I tend to look very ghostly and very white, and the bright LED light does not help. That's why I go in with this light butter bronzer. This is what I use to contour, using this small tapered Eco Tools brush. I don't contour dramatically, I just kind of put it in my cheekbones. And I feel like everybody makes really weird faces doing their makeups. Ignore any weird faces that I make because I can't help it. I don't know why I contour my forehead, but maybe it gives an illusion that it's smaller, because that's what contour does. It's supposed to create a shadow and then make something look smaller. Or in this case, for my cheekbones, it makes it look like they're higher up. The typical area where bronzer goes is like this 3 shape, where from the forehead down to here and then down under here. And that's normally where I put my contour. When I do my nose, I normally squeeze the brush a little bit and just go on the sides of my nose and then a little bit on the tip of my nose. I don't know if this really does anything, but I have a habit of doing it anyway, to be honest with you. And then just because I don't like how my mouth tends to look a little bit like paler, so I just kind of take a little bit and just quickly dust it across my upper lip and chin. The next step is I go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit and this tiny little fan brush. And then my favorite shade or go-to shade is this gold shade at the bottom called Lyra. I'm going to slightly brush up some product and then put it on my cheekbones. And normally I like to just get it a little bit more pigmented, so I take my finger and I rub it in the product and then slightly rub it everywhere that I want it. And then I always put a little bit on my finger and dab it on my nose. With the contour on my nose, it makes my nose look a little bit smaller, and then this brings out the point and makes it like a cute little dainty nose. Although I don't know who's noticing that, but I just do it. And then at the same time, I will put a little bit on my brow bone now and in my inner corner, so that when I start my eyeshadow, all I have to do is retouch it up a little bit. Now for my eyeshadow, I normally go for like a more neutral kind of everyday look. So I use Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. One of my online friends who live in a different state than me actually had bought this for herself, but then she didn't want it anymore, so she gave it to me. I can definitely say, girl, I definitely use this palette. Not all the colors, not yet. I will definitely do a makeup tutorial using just this palette and using some of the other bolder colors, but for right now I'm gonna go in with Lure, which I've clearly already hit pan in, because girl, I love this shade and she knows who she is, so I just want to say thank you. And yes, I do still use this and I use it just about every day. Going in with the parallel shade in my crease as well. And then I go in with a fluffy blending brush and slightly blend out the color. Next I'm going in with Unity, and I'm going to put that all over my lid using my finger. Because it kind of acts as a little bit of a cut crease, nothing too dramatic, nor as time consuming. Now using a smudge brush, I'm going to go back in with the parallel shade and buff it in my lower lash line. It depends on if I'm in a rush or not, if I do eyeliner, but in the case of this video, I will do the liquid liner, but sometimes I just skip this step. Sometimes easier doing liquid liner looking into a mirror instead of holding the mirror, because I do like to hold my eyelid down flat, so if I do blink, it's not like dramatic and I'm not like Now the best way that I do eyeliner, I normally do the eyeliner all the way down to my inner corner to the outer corner, and then I look in the mirror and I put a little dot how far I want the wing out. I draw a diagonal line from the point all the way to the outer corner. Because I added the black eyeliner, I normally go in with the shade Obsidian and buff that into my lower lash line as well. Now I go in with Maybelline's Unstoppable Retractable Eyeliner in the shade Onyx, and I put this on my lower lash line. Part about doing makeup is definitely my eyebrows, because I never leave the house without having eyebrows on. My eyebrows don't look bad-ish, like they're there, but I just like them darker and filled in a bit more. To do that, I go in with e.l.f.'s eyebrow pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. And honestly, I love this product. It's $2 and it works great for me. It has the pigment on one end and then a little spoolie on the other end. So the way I do my eyebrows, I just kind of start by filling in the base of it, and then I go from the arch and drag a line down. You'll see it. When I draw on my eyebrow, I take the spoolie and I just buff it out a little bit so it's not that harsh. Because buffing it out with the spoolie tames the eyebrow hairs into place and it softens up the pigment. And this is normally when I go back in if I think I missed a spot or I think I need to add a little bit anywhere. Now I go in with Rimmel Scandaleyes mascara in the shade Extreme Black. And using this mascara, of course, I coat my top and bottom eyelashes. kind of developed this pattern of going to the base of the eyelash and sweeping it back and forth and then up and out from makeup tutorial videos. And I honestly think it's a nice technique to make sure you get the entire lash covered. And then normally at this time I will go back in with the highlighting palette and just put a little extra in my inner corner. And on my brow bone as well. When I put it in my brow bone, it covers up a little bit of the other shade that I had in there, so I just take a blending brush and I buff it out a little bit. I always do this, but sometimes I think of it and I go in with L'Oreal's Infallible Setting Spray. Then you want to just spray a little bit of it. And I never really figured out if it works that well. It is refreshing putting it on like a little mist after you do your makeup. So that was my completed makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below if you want to see any other routines that I do, like morning routine, night routine. If you want to see a room tour, let me know, or a makeup collection video, then let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Bye!